Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I am Garrett, and I'm making homemade meatballs and spaghetti.
All right, great. So first we're going to start with the pasta.
First, we're gonna start with the pasta, and need 2 cups of flour.
Okay.
There you
I'll level
go.
it off.
Level it off that way. And level it off with knife or lower. There you go. Put that in there. And level
Okay.
it off. There you go. Okay. Say when you push play. Okay. Don't pause it.
Go.
And I need a half teaspoon of salt. There you go. Where's the thing?
Use this one.
Okay. Yeah, point to me because I didn't look up. That was my fault. Next, we whisk the dry ingredients together.
Okay. So
Then we
okay.
make a little well right here. A little dent right at the bottom.
Good job.
That looks good. Okay. Now, I need 3 big eggs.
You get whack. There you go.
There we go. Wait. Oh, it's still fine.
Yeah, we'll fish that. You have any shells in there? Hold on.
No, there's no shells. There's no shells.
All right.
And I pour that in.
There you go. Go ahead.
There you go. So now we whisk the eggs together. And if you can see, the flour is slowly going into the eggs and mixing it.
Mm-hmm. So what you're doing is you gradually, as you're spinning it, you stay right in the middle of that well there, right? And gradually, little by little, the flour is mixing in with the eggs to make the pasta dough.
Yeah. Pause it.
Action. There you go. That's good. Go ahead.
Keep mixing it.
Yeah, because bending your wrist. There you go. You feel it getting stiffer? Once it kind of becomes a firm blob, we're going to dump it out onto the cutting board here, and you can knead it like dough, but you still have a ways to go. You want to keep getting it.
Okay.
You're doing good. Good. Yeah, it's going to start to get hard, like more difficult.
There. arm starts to hurt.
Yeah. I'll take a break. Just let me know. You want the smaller whisk? Might be easier with the
Yes.
stiffer whisk.
Pause.
All right, break's over. Go ahead. Is it easier with that whisk?
Yeah. So now I think it's good. No, it's
A little more. Get a little more of the flour on top of that. There. Hold on. There. Just keep going.
Should I do that?
Well, yeah. I mean, you want to grab as you spin the egg, and the dough starts to. Yeah, you want to kind of. Right. You want the wet dough to kind of grab the flour as it goes, and then eventually you're gonna start flipping it around and kneading it. Say it to the point where you think you could pick it up out of the bowl. You think you can pick it up out of the bowl yet? It kind of looks gooey to me.
Yeah. Feels
You
like
can scrape the side there where you have some egg on the side with the whisk. With the whisk. Yeah, just I'm gonna do it for you. And I'll do it for you. I'll show you how. Here, hold the bowl steady. You want to kind of. Yeah, eggs are very sticky. Which actually comes in handy when you're cooking because it helps bind things together. And you'll see later when we make the meatballs, we're gonna have some eggs in there, and it's gonna help it stay together.
okay. There you go.
Mhm. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I can see it's ready to move a little bit. We're gonna get it out of the bowl and onto the mixing on the table here. I'm going to help you with that. Hold on one second. All right, real quickly to show Garrett, we got the dough out onto the cutting board, and it's still very wet, very sticky. So we got a lot of flour underneath there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just show him how we're going to fold. See, it's still way too wet. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of push it out like that, and then we're going to sprinkle some flour on top. And we already have some flour on the cutting board. And then we're going to kind of fold it. And this is what Garrett's going to do now. He's going to just keep folding it, stretching it over, and then pushing it down. This is going to, where Garrett's going to get his hands dirty a little bit here. So, I'll go ahead and pause it, and I'll rinse my hands. And here we go. So what we're going to do is, you're going to,
What I'm gonna do?
go ahead, flip it over.
Like this?
Yep. See how it's folding? There you go. Now fold it again, sideways, side to side, and push it down. And you're going to keep doing that, and gradually the flour that's all around it on the board is going to work into it. Right, now if you pick it up right now, pick the whole thing up, don't worry about the stuff on your hands. You'll see underneath it, the cutting board's kind of clean, right? So put it back down, just put some flour underneath it. There. And then you're going to basically still keep doing the same thing. This is like kneading the dough. So push down into it with the heel of your hands, kind of like the heel of your hands. Like, yeah. Push down, right? And see, it's getting it's probably still sticky. Yep, it's way sticky. So get flour on your hands, get it on there, fold it over. And you're just going to keep doing that until there's no air bubbles in it and it's nice and firm. Whatever the flour we got left here, we get on the cutting board there. Got it. Just keep working on it. There you go. That's it. Perfect. Keep folding. Keep folding. You'll know when it's done. It'll stop grabbing your hands. It'll stop grabbing your hands. You see how it's like when you get the heel of your hands into it, it's kind of like sticky and it gets in there. That's it.
This way.
Mm-hmm. Just push your hands into the flour. And now, rub your hands together, make like a ball. It'll come out like a. See, it's making little dough balls. You just push those little dough balls into your dough. Okay. Recording.
Yeah.
Well, I pushed pause before. Okay, now it's recording.
Okay.
So you're pretty much where you want to be. I missed some good kneading there because I thought it was recording and it wasn't. So, but as I was saying, this is pretty firm now. It's not like when you stick your thumb into it, it's not wet. This really, you don't feel any air bubbles. You don't want any air bubbles whatsoever in it.
Like
So kind of
shaking
yeah.
back.
Well, yeah.
Shaking back when you push it.
Yeah. So that's why we're gonna have to let it rest for about a half hour. So what you're gonna do is form them into a ball, and then we're gonna wrap it in that Saran wrap, the plastic wrap, and we're just gonna let it sit for about a half hour. And while it's sitting and resting, we'll make the mix for the meatballs. All right.
It's good. It's kind of.
Yeah, it's good. So we'll just let it rest. We'll wrap it, and then we'll come back to it. All right.